Good morning, all. We'll go ahead and call the Tippecanoe County Commissioners meeting to order. If you'll please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. First item on the agenda is the approval of the regular meeting minutes from May 20th.
Mr. President, I move we approve the minutes as presented.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes. All right, accounts payable.
Mr. President, I'd like to recommend the claims from May 23rd through June 3rd, 2024 be approved without exception.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes. And payroll.
Mr. President, I'd also like to recommend the payroll dated May 24th, 2024 be approved without exception.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed? Motion passes. All right, Highway Department. Good morning.
Good morning. I have just a few items. First of which is bids you took under consideration last meeting for the Concord Road 430 South intersection improvement signalization. We've reviewed the bids. They're in order and accurate, so we would recommend the award of the $427,813 construction contract to Michiana Contracting.
So move.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. And Stu, remind me, with this project, it will not be closing that intersection. That'll be open. Okay. We have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion passes.
Second item is an construction inspection agreement for Bridge 527. It'll be letting in November, construction next year. This would, as I said, would be construction inspection. It's United Consulting Engineering, Inc. It's a not-to-exceed contract of $372,400.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion passes.
And lastly, we have a permit to close or block road, and it's not a closure, it's a restriction. This is a Race for Hope, 5K, 10K walk run, June 8th, between 8 and 10 in the morning. This is an ongoing, you've approved it for many years now. Run begins at Faith Church parking lot, running along 550 East through Highland Meadows, Brookfield, and back. They're providing private security and volunteers along the route.
Mr. President.
Go ahead.
Mr. President, move for approval as outlined.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to permit the closure of those roads. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That
very much.
motion passes. Thank you. All right. Approval of new positions for 2025.
Mr. President, through some discussion between ourselves, I'll move that we approve Superior Court 5, creating a court reporter at a Comment 5, and eliminating an office manager / PO administrator, which is a Comment 4. For the sheriff, I move that we approve one new merit deputy. For the auditor, that we approve a regular part-time accounting assistant, creating that position, and we eliminate the regular part-time customer service staff position. Both are still Comment 3. And then move that we approve a brand-new position called Zoning Enforcement Inspector through APC, and this be a PAT 3. So I will say I move that we approve those 4 new positions.
Second.
Okay. And so the motion is for creation of 4, elimination of 2.
Correct.
Okay. We have a motion and a second. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion passes. Okay. And salary recommendations for 2025.
Yes.
Jennifer, or I was going to say Jennifer had submitted a sheet with recommendations of 1%, 3%, and 5%. Did you have anything you wanted to add in regard to that?
Mr. President, I move that we recommend to the county council a 3% pay increase.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion and a second to make a recommendation of a 3% wage increase for 2025. Again, that would have an impact to the general fund of just over 1.3 million, to total funds about 1.7 million. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes. All right. Public Defender, Amy.
Good morning.
Morning.
I'm just here to ask to split another full-time position in half. I have a person who wants to go part-time, and it just helps keep my staffing needs.
Just curious, Amy, we've done this on a couple other positions. Have you filled all those regular part-times so far that you
I
currently
have. All I have left is a full-time.
And then,
I'm finding part-time people, but I'm not finding full-time people.
and is it your intent to fill both of those regular part-time positions?
Yes.
Because, I mean, obviously, that does add benefits to the equation, you know.
But it eliminates perf.
Okay, yeah, well, perf pales in comparison to the cost of benefits, but
Mr. President, I'd move for approval.
Second?
okay, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we have a resolution.
We'll start with Doug, if you want to.
Sure. Yeah, this is, the meat of this is a contract with Motorola, but it's got a resolution associated with it because there's a variety of reasons why going through the normal bidding competitive process isn't probably what you want to do here. And you have to have a resolution documenting the special purchasing method. There are interoperability concerns because the sheriff can, or one of you can explain what you're buying, but there's logging software that works with the other pieces of the software. In addition, this contract was already bid out by the state of Indiana, so, or at least elements of it, and so that's another reason why we can just proceed with the contract without going through a bid or RFP process. And so this resolution documents that, and then underlying that, it approves the contract with Motorola for the logging software.
Sheriff, anything to add? So this is for data voice logging. It's replacing a current system that quite frankly is worn out. Doug, I'm looking on this for the total price. I've got breakdown by hours.
Yeah, it's varied. I think page 23 of the actual contract, which I think ends up being maybe 26 of the whole packet. There's an Exhibit B, talks about payment. Or no, I don't, actually, that's the wrong page. Sorry. I didn't print out the whole contract.
Sheriff, you know the total cost for the project? Well, I will go ahead and move for approval of the contract.
You want me to see if I can find what.
Yeah, I don't see it in there.
Oh, that's just the resolution.
Gotta look and see if it's online.
Oh, I see. So, yeah, I don't have the number in there. I gotta, this was the pricing structure is a trade secret, and so it's not part of the agenda version of the document. And so, I mean, public's entitled to know what you're paying, but I don't have the price in here in the document.
How do we best handle that? Bring it back at a future, at our next meeting?
Maybe, I don't know if the sheriff's department's on any kind of delay, but
I'm not aware of anything that would prevent us from,
yeah,
okay, thank you. I'd feel more comfortable.
yep, no, that makes perfect sense. Sorry for not having that.
That's all right. So I guess I'll withdraw my motion, and then what do we just need to table it until the next meeting then? Take no action on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you'll end up doing. Was there a motion in a second?
Yes, there was. Yeah.
All right, and so, yeah, I guess it'd be a motion to continue this until the 17th.
Mr. President, I move that we continue the resolution authorizing the Motorola System Service Agreement until our next meeting on June 17th.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? That motion passes. Okay. All right.
The latest proposal I have from them says it's 910,000.
Is that over
And that is,
several years?
let me scroll to page 827 so I can get that for you. Total system price, 367,246, then year 2 is 154, year 3 is 167, year 5, so for a total of 910.
All right, can you give me those numbers one more time?
Oh, my land. It's like an email from Marty Webb.
Oh,
Is that on recording? Total system price is saying 367, and then it goes to year 2 is 154,957. Year 3 is 167,480. Year 4 is 181,046. Year 5 is 195,746. And year 6 would be 211,679. For a total of $910,908. And when I get back, I will go through that again, but that's what I was finally able to pull up in a search.
And all, that would certainly qualifies for funding from our 911
Yes,
funds.
yes.
okay. But those numbers don't add up.
And we're just going to screenshot this because every time I touch it, it goes backwards.
Yeah, those numbers don't add up. Oh, the 367?
Yeah, there's equipment discounted per state contract, 111,640, and then a systems integration
If there's no
with
hurry, I
first
would-
year warranties,
We'll just
255.
bring it back.
Yeah, we'll just bring it. If there's no hurry, we'll just
All
bring
right.
it back. Yeah.
Next up, we have Resolution 2024-14-CM, and it's an authorizing petition to establish a regional sewer district for Buck Creek and Colburn. It's one of the steps that we have to go through to actually create a regional sewer district that will ultimately manage the wastewater project for the northeastern part of the county. Doug, did I miss anything?
No, as far as the resolution in front of you goes, the statute on how you create a regional sewer district talks about eligible entities who can petition for the creation of such a district. The county is one of those eligible entities. The statute speaks specifically to the council having to approve it before it moves forward, so that's a step that'll have to be taken. It doesn't exactly talk about what the commissioners have to do, but since you're acting, you're generally the ones who speak for the county. This resolution says that you recognize the need, and then it charges specifically, it authorizes any of you to sign the paperwork that needs to be signed, because eventually you gotta go through a bunch of pre-petition steps, advertise public hearings, drawn out maps, and then somebody will end up signing the petition that goes to I think DNR, or IDEM, sorry. So anyway, this one pager says you recognize the need and authorize any of the commissioners to sign documents related to that petition.
Okay. With that, I would move for adoption of Resolution 2024-14-CM.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second for approval of Resolution 2024-14-CM. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, that motion passes. Good morning.
Morning. Short list today. For applying for grants, the prosecutor's office would like to apply for the ICJI Project Safe Neighborhood to provide the continued funding for this project in Tippecanoe County.
Move to approve, apply. So move. Yeah.
Second.
Okay, I think we have a motion and a second to grant permission to apply. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, that passes.
And Do It on behalf of EMA is applying for a IDH funding through SHSP grant to cover the updated equipment for the EOC to enhance, including enhancing the cybersecurity for all the factors of this department.
Move for approval.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to grant permission to apply. All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed, that motion passes.
I'd like to ask permission to accept grant funding for the Health Department, the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Grant for $25,000 that covers expenses of this subdivision of the Health Department through June 30th, 2025.
Move to accept.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
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 Those opposed, that passes.
And TEMA would like to ask permission to accept the Duke Energy Funding Foundation requesting to cover the Stop the Bleed kits for their team of volunteers and employees in the amount of $4,600 with no match to the county.
Move to approve the acceptance of the grant.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, that passes.
And the last one is the Superior Court 3 received the CIP Professional Development Scholarship that covers the costs for the NCJ FCJ's annual conference in the amount of $1,645.
Move to accept.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. That motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, is there any unfinished or new business?
Nope.
Reports on file, we have a report from the Building Commission, and that will be on file in the Commissioner's office. Is there any public comment? Happy birthday to Vinny. Thank you. All right,
Move to adjourn.
we are adjourned.